Welcome into Franchise Players here on Tobacco Road Sports Radio, TobaccoRoadSportsRadio.com. I'm your host, Desmond Johnson. Joining us every Friday here in the Triad on your TGI Friday lineup here on WWBG 1470 AM. You can catch us every Friday at 5 p.m. If you missed it, you can catch it on WTOB in Winston-Salem, 96.7 FM and 980 AM. Loaded show today. David Glenn stopping by for his Sports Buffet bi-weekly panel. We'll talk about the new college football playoff alignment, the restart of the NBA season after All-Star break, and much, much more. Plus, we'll have Michael Davis on from Drop the Mic. We'll talk about the road to WrestleMania, and we'll have an Elimination Chamber preview. But first, I am so happy. We're at my alma mater right now, East Forsyth High School, and I'm so happy to introduce Taylor Williams, who is the very first women's wrestling state champion for a 165-pound level, correct? I've got her with us today, and I have an exclusive interview with her. What's going on, Taylor? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So I wanted to – I know you've got the athletic director, Alan Plaster, told me on my way in that you've got a TV station coming in and you've got a bunch of people, trying to get at you and interview and things like that. Before we get into the segment that we're going to do today, how's it been since this past weekend, from the moment you won to now? What's life been like as a state champion?
It's been a lot of publicity, a lot of people, I guess, just trying to get my opinion on everything. I've already had like 3 or 4 interviews. Yeah. I have another one coming up. I know after I won semifinals, a Blueville coach came up to me, said he wanted to talk over the summer after my sophomore year. Ooh. And I got followed by this women's wrestling college, and they're scouting and recruiting for 2024. So
it's opened up a lot of eyes to what you can do. And I didn't realize, I asked you before we started, you're just a sophomore, so we got 2 more years of you here. Any plans to repeat maybe next year?
Most definitely. I want to try to get to a D1 college, and I also want to try to, I'm going to nationals this year, twice. In April and in July, just to see where I can improve and how I stack up nationally to get me ready for college wrestling.
That's awesome. Are there any places college-wise that are on your wish list right now that you'd like to go to? I know it's still early.
I haven't really looked into any. I know there's a good college, Iowa State. Mm-hmm. I know they have a women's program. They're really good right now. But I want to look into more colleges instead of just some of the traditional colleges that people know about when it comes to wrestling.
Taylor Williams here with us, state champion here at East Forsyth High School, first women's wrestling state champion in state history. Since your match ended first on Saturday, you have that distinction forever, so congratulations for that. I wanted to do our Get to Know You segment. For those familiar with Franchise Players and Tobacco Road Sports Radio, we've done this on the Pit Stop. We've done this on the Rundown. Bubba Wallace has been in this. Alex Bowman has done this before. Greensboro Swarm players have done this before. So you're joining in a very elite company, Taylor, today doing this segment with us. And what we do, we try to do an interview that's a little bit different than the traditional, how'd you get into wrestling, what's your favorite move, that kind of stuff that everyone else is going to ask you. We're going to ask you questions about you so we can get to know you a little bit better. So as we cheer you on over the next couple of years, your junior and senior year, we'll have a better idea of how you are off the mat. Does that sound cool? Okay, so this first question is going to set the tone for the entire interview. I've seen fights break out. I've seen all kinds of things happen because of this. Are you team flats or are you team drums?
Most definitely team flats.
Oh, no.
My brother, he agrees that drums is a lot better because it gives you more meat and you can...
So wait, are you team drums? I thought you said team flats.
No, I'm team flats. I'm talking about my brother.
Okay.
But flats, I don't know. I just like flats better.
What is it with flats? I don't understand flats, people. Like, I don't understand it. The drums are so much cleaner. You don't have to do all the work. Like, are you one of those? I've seen people where you can put like an entire flat like in your mouth and pull it out. See, that's what it is. The flat folks, that's what they like. Like, they'll do that kind of thing. Let's stay on the meal ticket here. It's lunchtime here over at East. What's after a match, after a long, grueling match? You've been waiting all day. You finally get through your match. You've won your competition. What is your favorite meal after competing?
Usually what I've been doing recently, just for something healthier, because I know my coach Sap, he likes to eat a lot healthier and stuff. Usually, I'd probably get something like a steak or probably want wings or something. But recently, I've been getting. There's a place, I think, I don't know where it's at. I can't tell you like a location or anything, but there's this place called Kava. It's like a Mediterranean Chipotle.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's the chicken place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I get the what's it called? I get the pita bread with the hummus. I get the regular hummus, and I get the harissa.
Where is that? I'm trying to think of where the closest one is.
I think they took down what's it called? Zoe's Kitchen. Or whatever,
and
they replaced it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I actually haven't tried that place before. Is it like rotisserie chicken or what? Like. It's not fried. No. It's kind of like a grilled type chicken.
I think it's grilled. It's like
just good.
It's good. I know they have like pitas that you can put stuff in. They have regular bowls. They have pita bread.
Oh, okay.
And they make their own different types of drinks and stuff. I like the cucumber one.
Okay. I might have to check that out because I'm always looking for new places to eat. Lord knows I eat out way more than I probably should, but I need to start eating healthier. And they sound healthier from the outside driving by. They look healthier, so I should definitely check them out. Taylor Williams joining us here, state wrestling champion for the East Forsyth Eagles here on Franchise Players. It's funny because the way the question's phrased, it's your favorite TV show as a kid, but you're a sophomore. You're still technically a kid. So what's your favorite TV show right now?
I don't know. When I was a little kid, like elementary school, middle school, I know I used to watch a lot of what's it called, Lion Guard and stuff. It's like a spinoff of Lion King.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch that. I used to watch DC shows like The Flash and Arrow and stuff. But now,
a question for you later on.
Ever since COVID hit, I think it was my sister and my brother. They're both. One just turned 13. The other one's turning 14 in September. They got me into anime.
Oh, okay.
And so I know Jujutsu Kaisen is going really good right now. That's probably been my favorite one so far.
Is Dragon Ball Z still a thing?
People know about it, but if you didn't really watch it back when it was really popular, most people don't really try to watch anymore because it's so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so complicated at this point that it's probably hard to get in from the very beginning.
I think if they revamped it and made it shorter, a lot of people will watch it.
Oh, trust me, everyone eventually they run out of ideas and revamp everything. So I'd imagine eventually we'll see a brand new Dragon Ball Z starting soon. Beach or mountains?
Oh, that's hard because I'm actually afraid of heights and open ocean.
See?
So I think I'd probably pick the beach.
Okay.
Just because I feel like even if you're far away, you can get to stuff easier. And I think it's a better scenery than just seeing mountains and trees and stuff. I think if I wanted to live somewhere peaceful, I'd pick the mountains and stuff. But I think for the scenery and just to get out more, I'd pick the beach.
Any beach in particular?
No, I haven't been to a lot of beaches. I know I've been to Carolina Beach.
Yeah,
I've been to, I think, a different beach when I was younger, when I was a baby. Okay. But I don't really remember going to a lot of beaches and stuff.
What's your, outside of wrestling, what's your favorite sport to watch?
My favorite sport to watch is probably football. I used to play football, so it's a really familiar sport for me.
So that leads me into my question. Who is your favorite athlete of all time so far?
Actually, my favorite athlete, I think, is in football, since we're on it.
In general? Yeah, just it can be anybody.
I have a lot, but I think the one I followed the most is probably Stephen Curry, because I like the Warriors too. They're my favorite basketball team. I've liked them since I was a little kid. We went to a Mavericks versus Warriors game when Seth Curry was still with the Mavericks, because we used to live in Texas.
Okay.
And my mom went to Arlington University, and so we went to that, and she thought the Mavericks were going to win, and I thought the Warriors were going to win. Yeah. So I've stuck with the Warriors ever since, and Stephen Curry is just a player I follow.
So you redeemed yourself in my eyes with the team drums, team flats comment with that, because Steph is one of those players where I'm a Warriors fan too. I'm really more of a bigger Steph Curry fan, and in the NBA, especially now, for me, it feels like I follow players more than teams. So because there's so much moving around or whatever. But with Steph, I find myself watching Steph the whole game, even when he doesn't have the ball. Like, because he runs constantly throughout the game. So it's just fascinating to me to watch him get open. And he probably runs 4 or 5 miles a game, just literally every play, just running until he gets open and then he shoots it. And the dude's range is out the parking lot. Like, it's insane watching him. Have you seen his warm-ups before? Like when he's shooting from the crowd or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's different. I hope that he gets a chance to come home like Seth did and play in Charlotte now at the end of his career. It's not going to happen, but we can always dream that maybe we can get him here before it's over. Winter or summer? Which one are you? Are you a winter person or a summer person?
I honestly, they're both my favorite seasons. I can't stand the fall and spring.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. But I think I picked the summer because I'm a summer baby.
Okay.
I feel like I like the winter. It's really weird because I like the winter, and I just don't like when it's super cold. But I think the aesthetic about winter.
Yeah.
But I don't like how cold it is, like the 20 degrees and stuff. I'm not a big snow person. Like, I mean, I can enjoy the snow, but if it's like how it is in like some places like Michigan and stuff, and other places where it just piles up 12 feet of snow, 7 feet of snow, 4 feet of snow, it's like, no, that's enough. And then since East is an outside campus, I was like, if it snows this year and I have to walk to my classes in snow, I'm not doing it.
Well, you said you're from Texas, right? Mm-hmm. So you didn't really see a whole lot of snow to begin with.
Mostly ice.
Yeah, so when you moved up here, you moved at the right time. Actually, I think maybe y'all scared the snow away because we haven't had any snow in like 2 years. The last time we had snow, I don't even remember the last time we had snow.
The last time we had snow, I think I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
I had my dog, and since he was a puppy at the time, it was the first time he had seen snow, and he loved it.
Yeah, my dog loves it too, but it's so rare. And we're already in the end of February. We haven't even had any ice like this winter. So, global warming. Let's go back to the wings. I don't know why I always do these interviews at lunchtime because I always pepper in all these food questions in there. Going back to the wings, what's your favorite hot wing flavor? This always tells a lot about a person. Think about it now.
I think I like I forgot where I went, but I like these. I think it was something habanero wings.
Oh, like mango habanero.
Mango habanero.
You know what?
Wings.
Every time I ask that question, that's the number one answer. That's the number, and I never get it. I never get that flavor. Maybe I need to. What is it? Like a sweet kind of.
Yeah, it's like sweet, and it's not spicy to the point where you're like, oh, that's hot. It just has like, it's not like spice. It's not spicy, but it just has spice. Okay,
it's a little bit of kick to it, like in the back. I do like the sweet, kind of a kick to them type of flavors. I'm a garlic parm guy. Like that's my go-to. Garlic parm and lemon pepper are the two I go to the most. TikTok or Twitter? TikTok. What is it about TikTok that's so... I see my wife goes down these rabbit holes on TikTok for like days. Like,
I'll be watching something and I won't even realize how much time passes. But I think TikTok is just easier to navigate and you can find so much more on there. Like Instagram is cool and all, but like you can go to the search and search something up, and it'll show you everything except for what you look for. But same thing. Well, you can get the same thing on Twitter, but
Twitter's kind of changed a little bit the past couple of years, where it's not exactly. I got locked out of my account a couple of Saturdays ago. Somebody figured out how to get into my account, and they started spamming Bitcoin stuff out of it, and I couldn't get access back to it. Twitter wouldn't believe that I was me. Like when I sent in my stuff, they're like, "Well, we can't prove you're you, so we just suggest you make another account." I'm like, "Wow, really?" And now somehow I go back to check, they've blocked me. Whoever took my account over. And now I have a blue check mark, and I have no idea like how that happened, or why all of a sudden I have a blue check mark, or why that account's even up still. But Twitter's tripping right now. You mentioned DC earlier in this conversation. I love it because I'm a comic book nerd at heart, and I actually wrote this question down here. If you could be any Marvel superhero, who would you choose and why?
I think honestly, I'd probably choose Doctor Strange.
Okay, that's a good one.
It was a close one between Doctor Strange and Iron Man, but I think I'd choose Doctor Strange just because I think the thought of having that type of magic is kind of cool. Like, if you need to do something extra, I know it's a bad way to use it, but like using the time stone and like going back in time to have more time to do stuff.
I'd love to be able to do that.
I mean, just avoiding trouble and stuff. Like if your mom, like something simple. If your mom tells you to do something and she's pulling up and you haven't done it, or you realize what time it is and what time she said she'd be home.
Just turn it back and
get it done.
That's with great power comes great responsibility, though, right?
Yeah.
And then final question here, since you are still technically a student, Taylor, who's your favorite teacher so far here at East Forsyth? Now I don't want to cause any trouble, so the teachers that are listening, if she picks one and it's not you, it's okay. So go ahead.
I think it's really close. My coach is not included because I feel like that's a bit biased.
Yeah.
I think my favorite teacher, has to be, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Santiago, because I had Mr. Thomas last year, and my coaches even told me he's not really one that's big on like following students everywhere, but when I think he saw the potential I could have for wrestling and stuff, and just as a person, and he's been helping me throughout this year. He's been monitoring me, helping me stay in check and stuff. And same thing with Mr. Santiago. They're both friends with my coach Askew, so they know me through him. But I go and visit their classes sometimes, and I'm just grateful that they've been following me and stuff.
Okay. And then I got it just out of curiosity, with you wrestling, do you watch WWE? No. Do you have any interest in doing things like that? Like after college, we talked about, you going on to wrestle in college or whatnot. And then after that, is there any interest in doing anything like in sports entertainment or something like that down the road?
My focus has been on the Olympics.
Okay.
But I'd be open to probably doing like MMA or UFC or something.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just the only thing is that I feel like I'd be so used to wrestling, I wouldn't want to take a hit to like the jaw.
I was going to say that's a little different. That's a little bit more,
I think I'd probably stick with the Olympics because some of those people be getting messed up.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it feels like now, especially in WWE with their performance center and stuff down in Florida, they take a lot of wrestlers like that wrestled in college or wrestled in high school or wrestled abroad or whatnot, and bring them in and kind of do them that way. And the women's side in particular has exploded the past 15 years. So that might be an avenue down the road to follow, but definitely the Olympics. That's something huge. What cycle are you looking at to maybe try to compete there? Because when's the Olympics? The Olympics is in 2 years, so that's too soon. Would it be the cycle after?
I think the Summer Olympics is either this year. I can't remember which one.
This is
2020.
Yeah,
2024. One of them is this year.
Yeah,
because they switch them off.
Yeah, and I think they skipped 2020 because of COVID, and they moved it to 21, but it stayed at 24. So yeah, I think you're right. So I think it is this summer. So yeah, okay. So that's Taylor Williams, brand new state champion, 4A state champion in women's wrestling. Won it last weekend here for East Forsyth. And I just wanted to say we're very, very proud of you. With me being an alumni here, I just hosted the Hall of Fame athletic banquet a couple of weeks ago here at East Forsyth. We do so much stuff here at East. Tobacco Road has been extremely grateful to Coach Plaster and all the coaches and staff to give us access to the players and the coaches and the events. We just did the East Forsyth Mount Tabor game last night. We won't talk about the results of that, but and we're doing baseball and softball here a little bit later on. So just happy to have you in the fold. Congratulations, Taylor, and much success to you going forward. And I look forward to watching you over the next 2 years.
Thank you.
Coming up, David Glenn. He'll come in and do Sports Buffet with us. We got a lot to tackle, a lot of stuff here. NBA, college basketball, and much more. You're listening to Franchise Players here on Tobacco Road Sports Radio and WWBG 1470 AM.